everybody! So, this video is about a little technique called push-pull, drop bounce, open close. It is basically the hand version of constant release that I already taught on the feet. And I also think of it as another gear of molar. Original molar. You have the big one, like this, and then you have the snake molar like that, and then you have the wrist turn molar. Now this is wrist fingers. Now this is throw the stick down and your wrist drops and the fingers open and the stick comes up, and then you close your fingers, wrist comes up and the stick comes down. Basically doing this right here. Down, up. Hit, 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 hit. See? This is kind of like this. Like I showed in the molar video. The snake pump. You know? You add the third in, or you can just do two. Right? So, we're going to start with the two. So what you want to do, I first of all hold the drumstick here in this triangle. Because if you're holding it in this triangle, you have all this room for the stick to come all the way back to here. Right? So look at that. I can just flip it back. If I'm holding it in this traditional spot, there's not really anywhere for it to go. You know, it's locked in this little circle here. It can't really go anywhere. If I'm holding it back here more, it has space all the way back. See? So there's that. So you throw it down, and you keep your wrist down, let it bounce up. See? Other hand to see the other angle. Then, once you're down like this, you close your fingers and lift your wrist back up. Other side. And then you do down, up. Now after that, you can practice it both hands together. Either doing a stop in between, or consistently. Do it with either hand and then both hands, and then interlocking them. So instead of four-stroke rough. And then you can try to do it twice. And on from there. You can also do like 8th notes and 16th notes. Two groups of 8ths, 2 16ths. Now all these exercises you can also use for your feet in the constant release up-down thing. Alright, now next thing, threes. So now you go down and then hit and then up for the third. It's easier to do a little faster. Now, you're just kind of letting the stick bounce and kind of feeling it. See how when I'm doing it really slowly, my arm lifts to compensate with the balance of the stick. Now, my hand is basically doing nothing right now. Then when you speed it up, this stops moving, and it's more, you feel it in here and in the fingers. And then as you go faster, then you eventually can feel it like right in here, in those muscles there. Other hand, slow first. See the big slow movement. My hand really doesn't feel like it's doing anything more than this. This hand just bleh, 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 bleh. It really feels like it's doing nothing. And then you tighten up a little more. And same thing as the other one. Another thing with the threes is you can do it like a jazz pattern instead of straight. And then fours, same thing again. Four bounces. So, now you're wondering, okay, that's nice and all, but how can I actually use this? Well, the most simple ones at first are clearly just death metal, blast beats. Regular blast, bomb blasts. You know, if you're into that kind of obnoxious, crazy shit. I know I am. I love it. It's fun. A thrashy or a punk beat. Or, you know, like bossa nova beat. Right? Or Tom Sawyer. Or, you know, anything, you know. You know, like, kind kind of crazy thing. Used around the toms. Now exercises, I already showed you a couple. A couple more are other hand. Both hands together. Intertwines. With threes. Fours. So, it sounds like I'm playing ridiculously fast there, but I'm barely moving. I'm not doing anything, really. It's all in learning the technique. It's once you get to a certain point, like your fingers just, everything's along for the ride. The stick is just bouncing. You're manipulating the bounce of the stick. That's all you're doing. It's really crazy. That's why it's harder to do on the toms. If you noticed, it sounds kind of sloppy when I start moving around the toms. Great for snare drum, great for blast beats, harder surfaces, ride cymbals, hi-hats, snare drum because it's all cranked up. Toms, it's a little harder. It doesn't bounce, right? Yeah, maybe get away with it on a high tom. Maybe the 10-inch tom, once you get to 12-inch, unless you tune your toms high, I have them just barely past wrinkle, so, yeah. You can also do, all those exercises with feet, that motion, and there you go. Give it a try, see what you think. Maybe it'll help you out.